like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Now on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Hale. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will get the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking downfield on first down. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Give to the running back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
They want to run this quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his own 20. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Boise State ready to send up that offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Hale. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Broncos will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That's caught. It's Watson. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's caught. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put it. I know that.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the...
Turning it on! Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the 1st down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
And the Terrapins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hale. Rushes on him. Turns it loose. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver, running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Terrapins!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Hale. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Fires left. The sure hands, it's Scott. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Terrapins are on the move. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Maryland!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. East Carolina is just getting blown off the field right now, and like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to North Carolina. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Hale. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands. But the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll field it close to the 50. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the single back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Big fella moving. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Broncos want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Firing deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Bates. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Back to throw. It's Hale. Pulls it in. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. The Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Slips a tackle. Trying to escape and get it himself. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. They'll immediately call timeout. And here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Good, right down the boulevard. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Waning seconds of the 1st half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. 1 man in the backfield, and he gets it. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A 1st half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Broncos will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Let's see if they can keep that 1st half momentum rolling. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Can't Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Brown. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Working that left side now. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown Broncos! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back to throw, it's Washington. Makes the grab on the left. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Looking to fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
The Terrapins have their offense in high gear. And he just flat flopped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to throw again. Quick completion on the out route. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Punch it out of the air. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Terrapins didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his his man for 6. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? To the air, it's Washington. Wide out trying to get it in. The Terrapins will hustle to the line.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker?
Touchdown, Maryland! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Cincinnati is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse meeting.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Catch in the middle. It's Little.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Little. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. So now it's 2nd and long.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wants to throw. It's Hale. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He's got it. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out fast. And the Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for room. It's Watson. He breaks a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's hauled in at the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Terrapins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Unleashes to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
To the air, it's Washington. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They're working that left side. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking downfield on first down. He wants to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Broncos line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's a heat. And the missed connection on third down. They bring the punter onto the field now. And these guys have been busy. 6th run of the day. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Slips through the line. Touchdown, Maryland! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Webb. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Broncos can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He's got great speed. Quick step and go. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the Terrapins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
There he goes. Got some room in it at the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just one bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by a field goal over Western Kentucky. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds his man. It's Smith. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Ball is loose. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
The Broncos are marching down the field.
Moves.
To the air on 1st down. Works the middle of the field.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Webb. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with his 2nd and goal. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
The Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Boise State. The defense putting points on the board. Nice play there by the offense, but still a ton of ground to make up.
Yeah, this one's pretty much over, but listen, put that exclamation point on it. Finish the way you want to finish. Make sure your offense keeps that momentum going and can build throughout the season.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22. The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks, it's Smith. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Broncos are threatening in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater. On 4th down, going to the air. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal. They're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are.